left Peru and sailed to England alone. There he met the Browns and they took him home. Now a new life has begun. He's Windsor Garden's favorite son, 'cause he always does his best to help everyone. When a problem appears, he never misses a beat and always finds a way to land on his feet. Has his very own unique point of view. Looks at everything as if it's brand new. He is friendly and polite, and he tries to do things right, but he gets in sticky messes just the same. He's curious and speaks his mind, but trouble's never far behind. It's Paddington Bear, he's one of a kind.
I'm Paddington Bear. If there's one thing I like better than opening a fresh jar of marmalade for breakfast, it's seeing the postman arrive with a letter. For me. Good news, everyone. We've been invited to a rugby match. What does that mean, Mr. Brown?
A team from Peru will be taking part in a charity rugby match against your old school this Sunday. As a former student, you've been invited to the game.
A former student who only attended school for one day.
What's a rugby?
It's a game like soccer, football. Only all the players are allowed to carry the ball and, the rules are quite different to football. They have scrums and line-outs and things like that. It's really very complicated.
Mr. Brown's explanations often require their own explanations, so I decided to go and see Mr. Gruber.
I could try to explain the rules, Mr. Brown, but this might be of more help.
Everything you need to know about rugby. Rugby is a sport played with an oval-shaped ball by two teams of 15 players per side. One of the most important parts of the game is the scrum, in which 8 players from each side compete for the ball. Once the ball is freed from the scrum, it is advanced up the field. The object of the game is to ground the ball behind your opponent's goal line. Chapter 1. Tackles. Practice makes perfect. Tackles? I'll tackle you yet.
Paddington? What are you doing with one of my best pillows?
Practicing my tackles, Mrs. Bird. In a matter of days, I could tackle pillows with the best of them. But I needed a bigger challenge. A moving target. Nice tackle, Mrs. Bird.
Thank you, Paddington. I happen to be quite a fan of rugby myself.
When the day of the match arrived, I was the best, second best tackler at 32 Windsor Gardens.
You'll be needing 2 flags, Paddington, since your loyalties will be divided.
My loyalties will be divided.
Of course. Who will you cheer for? Your old school or the team from Peru?
My loyalties will be divided. I better take 2 of everything.
Next time, I suggest we give Paddington his rattles after we get to the match.
You're just in time, Mr. Brown. The game is about to begin. Watch out for the first scrum. I'm afraid it looks like your Peruvian team is in for quite a struggle today.
Although I could hardly understand what was happening, one thing did become clear. The team from Peru was losing.
Oh dear, one of the Peruvian players is going off injured. It looks as if he has a loose shoulder.
The way the Peruvians keep getting thrown down to the ground, they've probably got loose legs as well.
Paddington, where did he go?
My loyalties were no longer divided. Good afternoon. My name is Paddington Brown. I was born in darkest Peru, and I'd like to offer my services to the team.
Welcome
to our team.
Thank you. I hope I can help. I started off with the thundering tackle Mrs. Bird taught me.
Very nice, but it would be better if you tackled players from the other team.
Pardon me. I didn't like the look of the scrum. I checked the ball to make sure it hadn't been squashed by all the rough play. But when I turned to consult the referee, I suddenly decided rugby wasn't the game for me. But unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to reconsider. It was time for some quick thinking. Look!
Brilliant! That was the best try I have ever seen.
Try? I believe I succeeded.
If Eduardo kicks the conversion, we will be just one try away from winning. Oh! Bravo! Brilliant!
I was no longer interested in who won or lost. I just wanted to survive the afternoon.
Hey! Hi!
Oh dear.
Paddington is about to be tackled.
Again! Wait! What's this?
Back! Back, you ruffians! Leave my nephew alone!
Paddington's done it. He scored the winning try for the Peruvian team.
If the referee allows it to stand.
You should be ashamed of yourselves, attacking a young bear like that.
Given these most unique circumstances, I will award the try.
Gracias, Senor, for letting me play on your team.
Gracias, senor. You speak Spanish? But why were you speaking English to me?
Why were you speaking to me in English?
I taught him everything, Paddington. I'm so proud
Good old
of you.
Paddington.
Well played,
Well
Paddington.
done.
Well played.
Oh, hello everyone. I'd like you all to meet Marcos, the captain of the Peruvian team. And my Aunt Lucy.
Aunt Lucy?
Hola. Buenos dias. I don't think we have met.
Turn right here, Mr. Gruber. On second thoughts, brake! Where are we, Mr. Gruber?
The lowest point on Earth, Mr. Brown. 1,300 feet below sea level. That is the Dead Sea.
It doesn't look very dead to me.
Wait until you try swimming in it. I'm going to include it in my book, The World and Its Wonders.
Perhaps it died of the heat.
Thousands of years of civilization are buried out there. Do you see those caves? That is where they found the Dead Sea Scrolls.
The Dead Sea rolls?
Not rolls, Mr. Brown. Scrolls. Ancient writings almost 2,000 years old. Now, if you can find our way out of here, Mr. Brown, I have a surprise for you.
Ah, yes. Well, I know. I had it upside down by mistake. We should have turned left instead of right.
Here we are, Mr. Brown, my surprise. A luxury spa. People come here to relax their minds and their bodies. And after all our hard work on my book, I think we deserve both.
Bears are good at relaxing, Mr. Gruber.
Welcome to the Dead Sea Spa. I am Patella, your mental and physical fitness instructor.
I am Samuel Gruber, and this is Mr. Paddington Brown.
What is that?
It's a marmalade sandwich. Would you like half?
A marmalade sandwich? But it is unhealthy. It is not nutritious. It is...
Very tasty.
It is forbidden. Ooh, come along. Here are your activity schedules while you are at the spa. They will get you into tip-top shape.
It doesn't look as though we'll have much time for relaxing, Mr. Gruber. I'm scheduled for a workout in the fitness center. That doesn't sound very relaxing, whatever it is.
Oh! Oh!
Stop hurting Mr. Gruber.
Help! Help! What is going on here?
She attacked Mr. Gruber. He was crying out in pain.
Well, I was, in a way. But that's all part of massage treatment, Mr. Brown.
I think I might do without my massage, thank you very much.
No, you must stay on this machine until it stops.
It's all very well for Mr. Patella to say stay on, but I can't even get on. My hat! Ah, well, it stopped. It's a good job I took my marmalade sandwich out. Now for a swim with Mr. Gruber.
Careful, Mr. Brown. The Dead Sea is quite difficult to swim in. The water is 25% salt. That is why you can't sink. And that is why it is called the Dead Sea. Nothing can survive.
Then why are we swimming in it, Mr. Gruber?
People believe the water has healing properties, Mr. Brown.
I don't see why. It hurt bouncing over it.
Ah, Mr. Brown, I believe this is where the relaxing begins.
Oh. I don't feel very relaxed, Mr. Gruber.
I hope the lunch is good. I'm feeling very hungry indeed. Ah, a lettuce leaf to cleanse the palate. May I ask what the main course is?
That is the main course.
Don't worry, Mr. Gruber. I have a marmalade sandwich in my secret compartment. But don't tell Mr. Patella. He doesn't approve of marmalade.
Shame on you both! Now please hand over those sandwiches and eat your health-giving salad.
I'm afraid it's back to cleansing our palates, Mr. Brown.
I don't think mine needs cleansing, Mr. Gruber. I think these were for tonight's dinner, but we can make some marmalade rolls now.
Look! They have food. Real food.
Come along, Mr. Brown. I think it's time we left and ate our lunch in peace.
Stop that bear! He's got marmalade!
Hey, those aren't on the menu! Stop! You mustn't!
We'll come back for them later.
Aha!
Come back with that food! We're hungry too!
Maybe we can hide in the mud baths, Mr. Gruber.
This way! Did you see a short bear and a man with glasses run through here?
No.
Wait a minute. You're short, and you've got glasses. It is you! Oh, please. We've only had lettuce to eat for the last 3 days. Can we have some of your marmalade?
Of course. My Aunt Lucy taught me always to share. All you had to do was ask. Mr. Patella, what are you doing?
Oh, what's the use? I love marmalade too. I'm so tired of salads.
Then why don't you put it on the menu? A little marmalade never hurt anyone.
But this is a spa. We can't serve marmalade rolls. People will talk.
Perhaps you should call them something else, like Dead Sea Rolls.
Dead Sea rolls. I like it. We will put them on the menu tonight. I don't suppose you have any more marmalade, do you? There may be a big demand for the rolls.
I have always found that if there is one constant in the universe, it is that wherever you find Mr. Brown, a supply of marmalade won't be very far away.
With Aunt Lucy visiting from Peru, the Browns and I had decided to take her out to see the sights.
What a day. I always forget how big London is.
And I always forget how many people you can fit in the back seat of a London taxi.
She certainly likes to take pictures, doesn't she?
I hate to say this, but after a day's sightseeing with Aunt Lucy in Paddington, I'm looking forward to a quiet day at the office tomorrow.
I want to get a present for Mr. Brown, to thank him for taking care of you all this time.
Well, he's been talking about buying a boat. Perhaps we could get him something for that. Mr. Brown could fish from his boat.
Or swim from it, too.
Hey!
Oops.
Nephew, come over here. I found a perfect gift.
Madam, please don't sit in the display.
I want it.
You want to buy it? Well, in that case, make yourself comfortable. Maybe you'd like to join her.
Thank you.
This beauty is made of the finest imported Indonesian rubber. It comes with an emergency kit that includes an automatic radio distress signal, seasickness tablets, a flashlight, safety pins, and a bag of suitable sweets.
Yes, very suitable. But how are we going to get it home?
Ah, that's the best part. The whole thing fits in a bag not much bigger than a loaf of bread. You just pull a string and it inflates in less than 10 seconds.
What does that lever do?
Oh, careful with that. You see, this particular boat is attached to a device we call the Open Sea Simulator. Would you like to try it?
Yes,
Yes,
please.
please.
This will give you the feeling of being out on the open sea. Now hold on.
Oh, my! It certainly is exhilarating.
It reminds me of the time I stowed away on the lifeboat. Only the waves were bigger.
You want bigger?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Sorry about that.
Oh, dear. I wish I hadn't had such a big breakfast before testing that boat. Everything's starting to go round and round. I must be seasick.
The man in the shop said there were seasickness pills in the dinghy's emergency kit. I'll see if I can get them out. Ah, I found something.
What was that?
There's an automatic distress signal coming through. There's a ship in trouble somewhere.
Where is it? On the river? In the Channel? The North Sea? The Atlantic?
Well, according to this, it's passing through Piccadilly Circus.
Oh, oh.
Don't worry, Aunt Lucy.
Oh.
I'm sure I'll find the... Uh-oh.
I didn't expect anything like this.
Goodness, whatever comes.
What's going on here?
Who brought this boat on board?
We did. I mean, well, not exactly. It wasn't a boat when we brought it on.
Well, it is now, mate. And I'm afraid boats is against regulations.
How are we going to get it back to Windsor Gardens now?
Well, we've got a boat. And here's a perfectly good river.
You know, we're not far from Mr. Brown's office. We could take his present right to him. Except we don't have a paddle. And the current's very strong. Why? We might end up in the sea.
Well, I wouldn't worry, dear. I'm sure everything will work out fine.
Do not panic! The situation is under control!
You see, nephew, everything's fine.
You know, sometimes I really enjoy being here at the office. It's so quiet and peaceful. Nothing ever happens.
Hello. There seems to be some commotion on the river. Looks like two bears in a boat.
Did you say 2 bears?
Are you all right? Are there any other survivors?
Survivors of what?
Of the shipwreck. Didn't you put out a Mayday signal?
Why would we do that? It's the middle of August.
Excuse me. I believe I know these two bears.
Mr. Brown, you're just in time. Do you like your present? I'm sorry it isn't gift-wrapped.
My present?
Aunt Lucy bought it for you. Isn't it wonderful? All we have to do is think of a way to get it home.
Oh, look. There's a plug right here. I just pull it and...
No! Wait!
Now all we have to do is think of a way to get it down.
You know, Aunt Lucy, it really wasn't necessary for you to get me a present.
Well, I'm leaving tonight. And I just wanted to show my appreciation for all you've done for Paddington.
You're leaving tonight? Oh, that's too bad. Well, things have certainly been, exciting since you arrived.
Oh, dear. Oh, no. Look at this note I found. Have gone to airport with Aunt Lucy. Much love, Paddington. P.S. Thanks for everything. Paddington's gone back to Peru with Aunt Lucy. I can't believe it. He didn't even say goodbye.
Hello, everyone.
Paddington! Oh, Paddington. You had us worried. We thought you'd gone back with Aunt Lucy to the home for retired bears in Peru.
Now, why would I do that? I'm much too young to retire.